everyone. So day before yesterday, my daughter and I went to mandatory meeting in her school where they have talked about addictions, mainly alcohol, vaping, smoking, marijuana were mentioned. And we were told to talk in the car on the way back home, which we did with my daughter. And I want to share some of the things I said to her and maybe some more on the subject of addictions. So, one of the things I told her is imagine an old fashioned scale that goes one way or the other depending on which plate is heavier. So, if it goes one way with the decision whether to take the substance, let's say go drinking, smoke or whatever, if this one is heavier, the choice is the child or adult, whatever the person makes choice not to. And if this one is heavier, then they go and they do it. They smoke, drink, whatever it is. So, in my opinion, the school is doing a good job filling up this plate in terms of showing the kids many examples of what can happen if they do use the, let's call it substance or a drug, but it can be anything really. Alcohol, vaping, smoking, marijuana, any other drugs. But then, well, there are other things too. So, telling the kids to, telling the kids how it will affect their body, how it affect their brain, giving them examples of what happened to people with just one stupid decision and what repercussions there might be in terms of the laws, in terms of physical health, emotional health, family stuff, what just happens, showing them the science, studies on the brain and such, explaining the law, that all goes in that plate, which if it overweighs, the child is not going to do it, not going to do the use the substance. But what I think is not talked enough is what's on the other plate. And I think that the reason they have a problem is not the nicotine, it's the inability to deal with their emotions, is an ability to deal with what's inside. And on this plate is the beliefs that I'm never going to amount to anything. I'm never going to be accepted. And I'm not going to be accepted into the peer group unless I go and vape with them, and they feel lonely, they feel trapped, they feel sad, just like with adults. They come back from a very stressful day at work and they feel that stress. They want to relax, they want to not feel that. So they go and some of them try to escape the feeling that's on the inside. In order to escape, well, they might go smoke, they might go drink, some people go eat. But it's all to escape, to not feel what's inside. And there might be a lot of things like somebody died and they still feel the pain, or as I said before, not feeling accepted, feeling that I'm not a good person, I don't deserve. And all of those will be on the other plate. That if in that moment when they make the decision, if all of those emotions that are inside of them, all those feelings that come from the past experience, from the memories, from the negative beliefs, if they are heavier than what you've put on the other plate, they're gonna go and they're gonna, it's just gonna overweight. They're gonna go and do smoke, drink, whatever, in order to escape the feeling that's on the inside. Because as they do it, they don't feel it. While they are under the alcohol, they don't have that feeling anymore. So, what I feel we have to do and emphasize more is to teach the kids and adults to deal with the emotions, to go inside and release the emotions, release what they feel, so they have to escape, so they have to be trying to escape what's inside. Because really, you feel it on the inside, you try to run away, you go smoke, you go drink, you go eat, you go shopping, and then once you're done, you come back and the feeling is still there. that emotion, the feeling of loss, the feeling of shame, feeling I'm not, never gonna amount to anything, is still there. And then on top of it, of course, there are, as you all know, other problems. If there was eating, they'd be overweight, and it will be harder for them, even harder for them to accept their body. If they drink, you all know, lots of other problems happen. So I think there should be more emphasis on dealing with emotions, with dealing of how they feel on the inside. And again, as I said before, I think the problem is not in the substance, not in nicotine. And again, if parents try to hide the substance, try hiding the vaping things, the alcohol, or whatever, most likely, if the kids don't know how to deal with what's on the inside, how to deal with the feelings, they just gonna learn a better way to sneak, to steal, whatever it is. So I believe there should be more emphasis on how to release the emotions. Because, again, addictions is a way to escape the feelings. And then, yes, it does, it becomes addictive, but it also can be like you can, when the person is already addicted, you can work on the feelings of the, like how the substance feels. Like when the person comes to me to work on that stuff, we clean up the memories that brought to that person to the addiction. So what are they trying to escape? So when you ask somebody, how do you know you have this belief that you're not a good person or that you're not going to amount to anything, and memories start popping up, memories from their childhood, what happened back then, what those people said, and when they felt helpless, ashamed, somebody might have told them that they are, well, not something good. So the goal is always go and clean up those memories, meaning that they don't have the emotional charge on them, meaning that when something reminds the person of that event, they don't feel it anymore. They know it happened, but it doesn't bother them anymore. When you clean up the memories, they stop driving your bus, because in reality there were a lot of positive ones there as well, but the emotional charge of the negative ones is so strong that they drive the bus, they drive the person to go and use whatever it is. And again, sometimes it's food. And for some people, they make the strong decision to, okay, stop drinking or stop smoking because this plate has overweight. They know what happens. But when they don't know how to deal with the emotions, they're gonna go and use something else. And okay, good if for some people it's like running or yoga. They try to escape their feelings through those. Um, that's better. Although I've seen some people who are on YouTube has lots of stuff. Then when they overdo even that, but other people would go and start shopping or eating, go to refrigerator, and then of course problems don't go anywhere. They continue to be there. So important to let go of the emotion. So as I was saying, we release the negative charge from the those memories that those beliefs and the pain and the feelings are those memories that fuel those beliefs and feelings and everything. That's one thing. But also another thing that we do is we work with the substance itself. When you take that in your mind, imagine smoking and then releasing those feelings and making sure that you associate the substance with something bad. So, like the last person we worked with, have now, like he says, when he thinks of alcohol, he sees it in a pile of poop. So, that can be done too. But so the main thing, as I've told in this video like 10 times, is learning to deal with your emotions, learning to let them go, learning to release them so you don't have anything to run away from. All right, and so as most of you know, I like to use tapping, and my daughter actually told me they've done some tapping in school, which is great. Yay! And of course, we live pretty much right next to the Ortner family, because I guess, Bethel, Newtown. So should some of it should rub off us, right? And today is, I think, the last day, or almost the last day of the World Tapping Summit, the 12th annual World Tapping Summit. So let's do some tapping. All right, so find a memory that you'd like to work on. Maybe something happened today, maybe something bothered you, so, or somebody. So find a memory that you can go to and you still feel it, still feel the negative emotions there. Just find one, all right? And just feel it for the last time. hmm The memory where that you would like to escape from, the feelings that you would prefer not to feel. hmm You got it, just one memory. And let's start tapping. The usual points between your eyebrows, side of your eye. You can use two hands or one hand, it doesn't matter. Under your eye and the bone. And you can use more points if you are coming from the classical EFT. They all work. So I'm tapping under my collarbones right now. And I'm just using these 4 points. And we're gonna all say release and let go. Switching through the points at your own pace. I release and let go. That feeling, that emotion, however I carry it in my body, whatever it's connected to. It happened back then. It's safe to let go. I release and let go. All fears, all the sadness, shame, helplessness, feelings of no control. I release and let go all the angers, disappointments, betrayals, abandonment. Release and let go. All the hopelessness, however I carry it in my body. The stress of the day, the stress of that event. I release and let it go. The past is over. It's safe for me to release the feelings. I release and let it go. Just let it go. I'm safe. I'm safe as I'm letting this go. And let's take deep breath and squeeze one of your wrists. Just gently squeeze. And when you exhale, say peace and close your eyes and go to a very peaceful place, very peaceful memory. Whatever you associate with the word peace. And just be there. Allow your body to relax. If it's hard for you to find a peaceful place, just remember a happy memory. Maybe the time you were laughing or relaxing, when you felt like smiling. Oftentimes, people imagine themselves in the nature, feeling part of it. So just allow yourself to feel peace and your body to relax. And then when you feel like it, open your eyes, let go of your wrist, come back into here and now. Now remember the memory that you were working on. Notice if anything has shifted. Notice if there's anything left. When you think of that event, Notice it if it bothers you. And if it still does, notice in your body where you feel it at, that feeling, whatever is left there, and let's just tap again. I release and let go. Whatever is left there, it's safe to let it go. I release and let this go now. I choose to feel peace. It's safe to have the peaceful feeling inside of me. I have many happy memories to remember. I have many things to be grateful for. So I release that feeling and I choose peace. It's safe for my body to let this go. And I let it go. From my mind, from my body, all the thoughts, the feelings, the pictures, smells, tastes, whatever it was there. I release and let go. I am safe. And again, deep breath, squeeze your wrist. And when you exhale, say peace, close your eyes, and go visit your peaceful place. And in this way, when we tap like 2 or 3 rounds, most people say they don't feel it anymore. For some people, even 1 round is enough. For some people, we do more, 3, 4. Sometimes I would ask them more details and maybe check other people how they're feeling in that memory and tap on those feelings. But this is just one of the instruments that you can use to deal with your emotions. Because when you don't have those emotions to run away from, you don't have to run. You don't have to go do and wait. That plate that the school is filling up, that says how bad it is, how bad the substance is for you, how bad the consequences can be after you use, that will always be heavier. The decision will always go towards I'm not using that. Especially if you put the associations with the substance to something negative, like something they hate, like the seeing themselves in a pool of vomit or um, you know poop or something else that is unpleasant. And that's actually what the school is doing partially by telling stories, which is great. So I guess that would be it. Learn to take control, to release the emotions, and teach the kids. That's, I guess, the message, the main message I was gonna say. Emotions, how you feel on the inside, what you're trying to escape, is very important. So it's not the nicotine, but it's an inability to deal with the emotions in a better way. All right. I'm sure there are many things I was gonna say and I forgot, but I think I'm gonna stop here. Thanks for watching.